draw from the corner towards a little bit past the middle, a curved line. Remember, we're going to make a few of these. So. Next will be a second table, a little smaller, breaking on top of that. Keep going with these waves, just like little rainbow shapes. Make a longer one. And in the back, I'm going to connect one in the middle, another curved line. So now we have 3 horizontal lines and 1, 2, 3, 4 area waves. Now I'm making some tropical plants in the background. I'm just going to make some squiggly lines for the tropical plants. And all those are just like wavy lines. I'm going to do some over here. And then I'm going to do a big flow that's going to go the whole way around the background. So I'm going to do a little one over here too, kind of even it out. And then we're going to do the big one. So think of it like a follow these lines. So these don't have to be perfect, remember, you're just kind of making some background. Next up is we're going to make our sunset, and this is going to be with a perfect rainbow shape once again. So behind all of these trees, you're going to just make a large rainbow shape. So far, we have a very detailed landscape with lots of foreground, middle ground, and then now we have a background. So let's add some details in the foreground, some big trees. So to do that, kind of just depends on where you want it. I'm going to send mine over here towards the left side of my paper, just because I have more going on over here. I want to focus on those waves. So it's up to you, but you can put your tree wherever you want it. And I'm going to start with 2 vertical and kind of curved lines. Coming from the top of my tree, showing in the drawing, I just went 2 lines off of it. And then 2 lines back in, like 2 little V's on each side of the tree. Now to make it look like a palm tree, in the design that we saw, we're going to do 2 more horizontal lines. And eventually all of this will be erased. So it's okay. After that, same thing, start at the corner and work your way back in. Start at the corner, work your way back in. We're going to do that one more time. Horizontal line, horizontal line. Work your way back in, work your way back in. Next will be that time that you get your eraser, and we are going to erase all of the things on the inside of our tree. Remember, this is also why you draw light, so it makes it easier to erase, but if you can still see those lines, that's okay, because we are going to outline and color them in. So we're going to erase all of those so that we can just see our tree. And I'm feeling like we should add a little bit more details to the top. So I'm going to add a big V like he has in his. And then another V to connect it. And there's a pretty fun looking palm tree. If you don't like this palm tree, that's okay, because guess what? There's another example of palm tree for your how to draw. Now I'm going to make one more, a little bit smaller. 2 more curved lines. you can start, this is another way to do it. You can start with a light circle in the middle and then just connect your V's off of that. 1, 2, keep going. They're going to get a little bit bigger towards the middle. You can change the direction of them. Make as many as you want. And then the same thing, take your eraser and go ahead and erase to those lines in between. So now we have some big trees in the foreground. We're going to divide our paper with some lines in our sun because in the background we want it to be like how we saw in our examples. So remember they had different areas of lines with color. We're simply going to just add some light colored lines all the way through the sky. So anywhere there's sky with sun, you can add some lines. Maybe 2 or 3 would be good. So that way we can make them different colors in the background. I don't like how that goes right over top of the sun, so I'm going to move that one. I didn't like that. It's totally up to you though. That's just a guideline for when we start coloring. Alright, and last but not least, let's add some of those wave details. And all we're going to do with that is simply like those letter V's that you practiced with the palm trees. That is what we're going to do. You're going to do some letter V's in your waves. So I started in the middle one. And we're going to go behind the palm trees and continue. Palm trees are overlapping. They're going in front of these waves. They're overlapping them. Then if you look, we're going to go down to the bottom wave and do the same thing again. And we're going to leave these two plain because I'm show you a fun technique when it comes to coloring for your top to make it look like it's crashing down. So bigger V's. Kind of look like shark teeth. And there you go. There is your Hawaiian landscape. The last step is going to be to outline it before we add all the amazing colors to everything.